You can see this Native American totem pole here is authentic. It was actually brought out from Alaska. So this is the Native American exhibit. Again, when we're investigating in Michigan, a lot of places are haunted, we feel, are because of the energy of Native Americans that are still with us. So it could be that they're attached to objects, they're very attached to the totem pole, what have you. Experiences down here, we had an investigation going on, and upstairs in the banquet hall area, we were using some equipment that gives us words. So one of those words, like Ovilus, or the Ovilus equipment spirit box, one of those words that kept repeating over and over again was apples. And so towards the end of the investigation on the first floor, they asked, well, should we go to the basement? And on the EMF meter, they got a positive. So it lit up. They said, okay, we'll take that as yes. They came down here, and one of the first things they noticed, it's not currently on display because of the holiday stuff, but under here are bushels of apples that are used as decorations for the exhibit down here. Other things we found through the equipment, we feel that there is a Native American woman who is in this area. From, again, communicating with evidence or communicating with the equipment, we feel that she was pregnant and she's looking for her child. So she's one of those active spirits that we feel are down here. In this area, I know it says West Rooms, but it's actually a bigger hall with employee-only areas. So some noises come from down there. And when the volunteers are here alone at night, they'll hear something moving down there and know it's down there. So. And then if you want to see over here, this is part of the Michigan Cellar down here. So we're not going to actually go in there, but it just shows that, again, this was a farmhouse back in the day. The Straits had a very big farm down here, and when they built the house, they built it with a Michigan basement and a crawl space. All right, any questions? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go back upstairs then. You hit all the points.
But
It's going off like our REM pod. Come on.
fire's going on.
Cool.
Where's the portal?
So this area was the kitchen. You can see them right there. It's a little different now. But when some of the activity we hear in here are more of the noises. So things like pots and pans banging around, which you would expect in the kitchen back in the day. The smell of meat being cooked is another one. So with those things, we feel like that's much more residual, right? To where it's not interacting with anyone. It's just kind of like a loop in time that keeps happening over and over again. You can see here we have this isn't a real post office, but it's a replica. Wasn't here before. There was a postmaster at actually it will be bright enough. Yeah. You can see John Shidnet. I can't say his last name. Shidnet. He was a local postmaster in Garden City, and when he passed away, he actually donated a lot of the equipment from the post place that he had owned and donated it to the museum. Some of the activity in here, I believe there's a chair in here. If you want to go in and take pictures too, feel free. But there's a chair in there, and people when they're walking by, they'll see a figure out of the corner of their eyes. So it's not anything people have seen face to face, but just kind of as they're walking by, they see some movement in here.
And the room pod was going off in there.
But in there it was completely dead.
Isn't it though?
The fact that it's just staying consistent.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Someone's in this room with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it keeps affecting my camera. Every time I go into this little corner, it blurs out. should probably do a photo right here and see. Let's see here.
Hey guys, we're gonna head upstairs if you're ready.
Yeah.
Where's is the light on in there? Oh no, that's just your camera. Okay.
Yeah, that's just me.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna start heading upstairs.
Yeah.
And you know, that's the big thing too, is when we're in a place like this, it's dark, you feel the breeze. Something might touch you that's radiating from the wall, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a ghost. So that's what we try to do, is investigate and see really what is the cause. And if it's something we can replicate and explain, or if it truly is, you're not know. All right. It is going to be crowded. There are a lot of rooms in here, so I'm going to give them a moment. A lot of the reports here are steps coming up and down the stairs. We have that to be residual, be intelligent. But upstairs are where we have. It's a small study room, but if you would go in here, this is the records room. So you can see on the wall, not a lot of written documents. Again, over time things get damaged, they get misplaced, but the records that the museum does have are kept in here. There's a chair in here when we were investigating that was giving off EMF. The further one up here.
These like city records and stuff like that.
It looks like Garden City
Garden City
records, historical records, yeah. The chair in there was giving off EMF. You can see right now it doesn't look like it really is. That's weird to us. So we started raising the EMF up, or EMF either up and down, so we know if it could be wires, maybe something else. Wasn't wires. It was specifically to that chair that the device was sitting on. Yeah, the toy room's right here.
This area here is kind of all the business artifacts in the area.
And then right next door, this is what we call the toy room. You'll see very soon why it's called that. Again, this is a museum, so a lot of these toys have been donated over time, so children have an attachment to those. That might be something that they emotionally are connected to when they ultimately pass out. Yeah, feel free to take other pictures. So in the toy room, we have one of the spirits that's known to be here is Ralph. He was a 14-year-old boy. He was the son of Daniel, who was the owner and helped build this house with his brother Enos. Ralph died at the age of 14 from cholera, and his presence has been known here. He likes to play with the toys. You'll see little Hot Wheel Matchbox cars rolling around. I believe some of our team members have been in the room and seen things moving around, so that's what a lot of the activity is in here.
There's a cold spot right here.
Really?
It's very cold right
It
here.
is cold. It is. I don't remember this.
It was not this cold before.
It is cold. I mean, it's cold, right? But the whole thing is cold, it seems.
Anything like that near me.
Yeah, it's cold over here too. It's cold. It's cold.
When a medium has visited here,
All right, and then we want to go in here. This one is here.
So Julie's drink.
You left them up?
I said earlier, I said Julie's Frank, and she says no. He's over here.
There's been donated to them. When you look at those kinds of
two things before we go.
objects that typically have attachments, it's going to be something else, like wearing a dress having a wedding day. On the wall here, you can see, I'm so sorry for flashing my phone in your eye. On the wall here, we have this framed memories. You can see looking at it, it has human hair wrapped in it. So at one point, someone, when they passed, their loved ones collected some of their hair, put it with some flowers, and framed it to remember them, honor them by. And then over time, again, it's one of those objects that's been donated to the museum. This item specifically, volunteers will come in after it's been locked up all night, and that frame with the memories will be in the middle of the rug right here.
You couldn't make out exactly what it was.
Wow.
It was like a dark
So a
shadow.
little bit of a distance, you know, just for it to rattle off, and obviously it hasn't been damaged, so it's an interesting, what we call interesting phenomenon.
But he said he never flew past her. He slammed the door here.
Let's
So
move.
this never touched any of the steps going down. And that was it.
I have a couple of these typewriters.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, aren't
They
they?
are really cool.
Yeah, one of them was my great grandfather's.
And that is some of the activity we experience here are the typewriters going off. They'll hear the click of the keys going.
Old phone system.
Yeah. All right, this is the schoolroom for obvious reasons. A lot of school memorabilia in here. Pictures of people in their college or high school years. The experience here, you can see there is this switchboard right behind you here. Switchboard was donated by one of the local schools. During a tour, there were two old ladies who were just kind of walking by and wanted to take a picture of it because they thought it was cool. And when they went to take the picture, they realized that there was a gentleman sitting right here. And so they apologized. They're like, "Oh, so sorry, didn't realize you were there." And he kind of waved at them, and then they moved on. And then they realized, wait, there's no old man, or there's no man of this description here. And they came back, or they went back to try to find him. He wasn't there. He was gone. So that's one of the interesting ones because he actually interacted with the two older women. He waved back at them. Okay. And then up here we have, this is what we call the local businesses room. You can see if you're glancing down here, there's some medical devices in here, which again, when you're talking about things that create energy, that's definitely something that can be dramatic. Or you can see there's some dentistry stuff in here as well.
Warmer in here.
Yeah, it's not as warm. I mean, it's not as cold over here.
Seems very peaceful in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more homey on this side.
A different energy. So cool.
It's very.
That's for sure.
This is where.
Yeah.
You guys go check out Ralph's room.
It's really Frank, check out
Ralph's room is right here. It's a little bit smaller. He's the 14-year-old son that died of cholera. This was his bedroom. And when you think about, if you were sick and you were in bed, this is where he could have possibly passed
That's
away.
kind of weird because downstairs when he was talking through that whole seminar, as I was sitting there and looking out in the hallway, and I noticed a boy staring right at me.
On your SLS?
No, yeah, well, no, I was actually, after I did that, as he was just sitting there and they turned off the lights, I noticed he was just standing there, right there, just looking at me. He's like, "You see me, right?" I see him everywhere. I hate it. I hate it sometimes, yeah. Like, I can sit here and have a full conversation with him just like me and you are right now. Sometimes I don't like it, sometimes it gets annoying.
Yeah.
Because all they want to do is, it's like, shh.
Did you want to talk to Andrew? Do you have anything to say to Andrew? No, I'm trying to do it. I just don't.
All right. We're gonna. Oh, before we head back downstairs.
Is that why I was told to take a photo in this room?
Story that happened.
I'm not sure.
That makes sense.
Story that happened right here. One of the local volunteers was staying at